All right, so it's about 7 in the morning on Friday, April 23rd, and I'm trying to get an early start on things because I got about a 2 to 3 hour drive to get to Capitol Reef National Park, which is the next one on my list. All right, so it's about 9:45. Made it all the way to Capitol Reef National Park, and I just went in and chatted with somebody at the visitor center. I was under the impression that you might be able to try to do dispersed camping in the park, but he said probably not going to work. But there's tons, I saw on the way in here, there's tons of places, beautiful places to camp just outside of the park. So instead, I'm going to take a few minutes to look over my brochure and my map and try to game plan it out. There's a scenic drive that's right up here. I think I'm going to start with that and then try to find a good hike somewhere, have some lunch, and then probably move on to try to find a campsite for the night. All right, so it's about noon. Just got done with a nice hike that actually I misread the map. I thought it was gonna be a lot shorter. So it ended up being a little bit longer than I wanted, but it was gorgeous nonetheless. Perfect day out. It's like 65, sunny, blue skies. Just absolutely gorgeous out here. And I think I'm eating lunch right now. I'm making one of my famous or not so famous veggie sandwiches, and then I think I'm gonna head over and just do another quick short hike and try to get some nice views up there and then go find some camping for the day. All right, so it's just close to 1 o'clock and I'm on Sunset Point Trail, which is just about a half mile out and back. So it should be easy after lunch, and I just want to take in one more shorty before I head off to the next camp spot. All right, just pulling now away from the Sunset Point hike, which was great, and that's it for today. Short visit to this state or the national park. It's not very big. It's very doable in one day, but it was really nice. I even had a conversation with a woman on the trail about the colors of the park were sensational: reds, orange, yellows, blues, greens, whites, grays, just tons of color everywhere, and so it's really pretty. So anyway, on to a camp spot for the night, and that's it for today. All right, it's about 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, April 24th. Just leaving my camp spot in the Dixie National Forest, which is about 20 minutes outside of where I was yesterday. and it was awesome. There was only about 2 or 3 cars that passed me the entire time I was there for about 8 hours yesterday. And this morning woke up totally peaceful, beautiful surroundings, and I was able to walk just a few yards and get a really sweeping view of the surrounding area. So 2 thumbs up for this spot for sure. And today I'm heading towards the Grand Staircase National Monument, which is a collection of rock formations and really photogenic places to hike. And so I'm going there and basically just kind of waiting it out because the last 2 national parks that I'm going to do on this trip are Zion and Bryce Canyon. Those are really popular. So I'm trying to not show up there on the weekend, hoping that it might be a little bit less busy on Monday. So that's the plan. Today's a travel day. All right, it's 6:45 on Sunday, April 25th. I got up early this morning. I'm in Grand Staircase-Escalante. It's kind of overwhelming. There's tons of stuff. It's a huge swath of land. So turns out the thing that I would most want to do is a hike to this waterfall, and it actually is really close to where I camped last night. So it is pretty busy. So they say that you should get up early to do it. So hence the reason I'm up with the sunrise to head out here. It's only about 5 or 10 minute drive from where I camped last night. All right, it's about 7:30 and I made it to the trailhead of Lower Calf Creek Falls Trail. And I'm trying to make good time on the way to the waterfall because I did look back and saw a couple of people a couple 100 yards back in the distance. So I want to be, if not the first one to the waterfall, one of the first. So I'm trying to make good time, but it's absolutely beautiful out here. The scenery is stunning. And other than those 2 people way off in the distance, I haven't seen anybody else. So I'm hoping to have a nice, calm, serene experience at the waterfall. We'll see. Man, that was awesome. There was just a couple of pro photographers. You can kind of see them right behind me. But it was totally quiet and totally peaceful. And I'm so glad that I came early in the morning because I'm sure that by midday there's going to be tons of people here. So anyway, my whole plan was to hike in, which was about 3 miles, and I'm going to try to slow jog, probably jog and walk back to the car. So gonna head out. All right, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I got out of the trailhead, which was already packed by the time that I left there. I probably passed on the way out of that trail about 30 or 40 people, so it's definitely going to be busy by midday. I'm so glad I went early in the morning. Made coffee, and now I just drove about 5 or 10 miles away from that trailhead, and I grabbed a map, and I'm just kind of plotting, what I want to do with the rest of the day. And at this point, it looks like I might just take the scenic drive all the way towards Bryce Canyon and then just camp near there and then hit Bryce Canyon up tomorrow. But I don't know. I got to look at the map for a little bit longer to figure out a game plan. All right, so it's getting on midday, and I'm just driving through a scenic drive portion of the Grand Staircase-Escalante, which is totally awesome. And basically, I'm probably going to just spend the day just searching for a really good camp spot. to hunker down in. So right now, just enjoying the drive and just kind of looking for that perfect spot. All right, so it's about midday. I spent about an hour searching for that perfect campsite that has, the shade from the wind and internet service and a view and all those things that you love. Couldn't get it, but I'm pretty happy with what I got. Pretty good views, and most importantly, it's sheltered from the wind for the most part, because for the last couple days and through tomorrow, the wind's supposed to whip through the area pretty good, so it does make it much easier to sleep if you're sheltered from the wind in a tent. So anyway, that ends this video that covers the last 3 days with visits to Capitol Reef National Park and the Grand Staircase-Escalante area. So really had a great few days and thoroughly enjoyed it, and looking forward to the next couple of national parks, which are Bryce Canyon and Zion as well. So hope you enjoyed watching. Take care.